Hey, everybody, welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt, and Ken got off the elevator.
Hi,
He got
everybody.
off on
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
fifth.
yeah, yeah. We kicked him off.
You kicked him straight off the elevator.
Kicked him off.
No, he left.
Yes, he left.
Hey guys, we spent a good solid half hour with Ken Schreiner live right here on YouTube. Isn't that great? It was super
I
fun.
did.
It was
We
super
sure
fun. It
did.
was a great time. So if you haven't had a chance to see that, go back and watch it. Live with Ken Schreiner. We talked about GH yesterday. We talked about GH today. We talked about classic cars.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about all kinds of fun stuff.
Yep,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
did.
yeah. And, gracious, good guy. Gave us some of his time in his backyard. What a nice little setup. Seemed like a wonderful day. I'm not sure he was in Los Angeles. It seems to be a little darker over here uh,
Yeah,
than it might be in Beverly Hills. I don't know. However, I'm on the other side of like some
overcast here
mountains.
today too.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It's overcast here today too.
Hey, Chandra. Hey, Sandy. Welcome back. Thanks for coming to the show, and also thank you for watching our time with Ken. That was a super good time. Super good time. No preparation. We didn't talk at all, like really beforehand. Took him
Oh,
a second to to get his Zoom working, and then when he did, we pretty much slid straight in to the show. So I had fun. I had fun. I mean, I gotta say, there was a little nerves there for me. I mean, big star like that. I mean, how do you even start talking to people? Like, you know what I'm saying?
a little bit.
A little bit, a little bit,
A little bit.
a little bit. Hey, Carolyn. Thank you. Can't wait for our show. She says. All right. Hey, we can't wait to
Well,
do it for you.
what should we talk about
What should we
then?
talk about? What should we talk about right now? We should
What
talk
should we
about
talk about?
Susan, you are welcome. She thanked us for bringing in the Ken interview. You're welcome. You're welcome. That was really all him. It was. It was. Well, so we can't start with the Ashfords. Not really, because there weren't any Ashfords this week.
There were none, huh?
No,
It was an Ashfordless
it wasn't
week.
Ashford this week. But you know what? It wasn't a less week of is Roger Howarth. Roger Howarth was on. Carolyn, welcome to the show. You can't wait for it. You shouted out Roger Howarth. You know what? We're gonna give it to you. We're gonna talk about Rojo right now. Austin, he was at Society Setups. He was at the event
He
with Nancy.
was a Society Setups, wasn't
He
he?
was. He was there in his white jacket,
Yeah.
looking like Don Johnson.
Yeah, he did have like a little jacket number on, didn't he?
He did.
Looking extra snazzy.
Yeah,
Looking extra Spinelli looking extra snazzy too.
looking like Don Johnson, right? They all
Yeah,
looking
they
like Don
both
Johnson out there. It
look
was like
extra
their
snazzy.
summer clothes.
Yeah. Well, there was a few people there because there was a fundraiser as well, right?
Yeah, it was a
It
fundraiser
wasn't
and singles
just
event.
it was a singles event, but not everybody was there. Some people were there for the charity for support, not necessarily looking for a love interest. Not
Not
necessarily, right?
necessarily, but also kind of the reason why the event was happening, right?
Well, that's why Dr. Gatelin Holt, he was not there looking for a love connection. He was trying to meet Maxie there, right?
Not there looking for love. No.
No.
No. No. No. No. No. No. No. But they certainly are laying it in. It really seems as though Damian Spinelli owns this app. It's like this weird secret that they're keeping for some unknown reason. Because it's like, oh, it's like good marketing.
Yeah.
When that Cody fella fell out of the sky.
Yeah. Who was this Cody guy? Who was that?
Some
I didn't
drunk
get
frat bro from
Well, no,
Dante.
it's not. It's from day camp when they were 12
I mean,
years
yeah,
old.
when they were younger kids, but he acts like a drunk frat bro at 36.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I mean, I
Mm.
recognize the actor from something too, but I can't place
He's
it.
probably in One Life to Live. This
He
is General
probably
Hospital we're
was.
talking about, okay? If an actor
I
shows up, they were
know.
probably on One Life to Live. Even the little Boy Scout was on One Life to
It's true.
Live. Oh gosh, but yeah,
Yeah, but I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the whole, the whole scene there. I like all the MetroCourt pool crud,
you do like
but
that stuff.
I enjoyed that whole mixer thing. I thought the falling out of sky was like, I just saw Scotty fall out of the sky.
He was pushed. All right, this guy jumped willingly.
Yeah, and he got a bad back.
Yeah.
Then he had a drink with Dante
Mm-hmm.
and Sam.
Mm-hmm.
And Sam trying to invite him to everything, huh?
Yeah,
Trying to
you
help
know,
him get a
Sam.
job. She invited him for dinner the next day, all this stuff. And
Well, she can see
Dante,
how much Dante likes this guy. Maybe he's looking for some roots. You know, Sam used to be kind of a follow the job lady. You know,
oh,
maybe
she
she can see
was, sure
herself in him
was.
some.
She was a traveling, uh, she was a traveling gold digger, is what she was back in the day.
Hey, Jacarius, thank you very much for the compliments over the interview. As for the newbie, you know, give him some time. Give him some time. We'll gotta see what he's up to. I mean, I would say of any new characters that has come onto General Hospital, we kind of got a sense of who this guy was immediately, which is uncommon. So that's cool.
Yes, he's going to be what unpredictable kind of a loose cannon kind of dude, isn't he?
You know, I don't know. There was something about the energy. There's something about the well, hello, poor Charles in the pool thing that I don't I liked it enough. You know, I
Yeah,
liked the energy behind
and,
it enough.
and he's going to be Britt's love interest.
Yeah, you know, she's already claimed him, and Brad's like, oh,
Yeah, Brad was a little over the top, was that, wasn't
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he? He was.
Brad's just very lonely. All right, he loves to
Yeah,
love, and Lucas doesn't love him anymore,
that's
and
true.
so Brad just wants a man.
And Brad is in the same predicament as Nina. He don't get to see Wiley no more.
Yeah, it's true. You know, oh Wiley, oh Brad, oh everybody wants Wiley. Um, I don't know. It's interesting because has always okay. So Brad has been up to no good, like crazy up to no good. Okay, not recently, but in his life. Okay, and then
Yes,
Britt, you know, she was up to no good for most of
yes,
her life, not recently, right? And then Liesel,
yes.
up to no good for most of her life up until recently, and Martin Gray. Okay, Martin Gray, they tried to make him up to no good, then they changed their mind. All right. So
Mhm.
I wonder what it is about having the funny characters be
Mhm.
pieces of garbage. What is the deal with that? How come somebody cool can't be like the funny one?
Because if you're, well, I don't know, Matt. I guess you have to be somehow redeemed to turn funny.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, Damien Spinelli's fun.
He is very funny. He's very quirky.
Yeah. Well, now that I've been able to see some Perry Shin as Brad that isn't kidnapping Wiley, I really enjoy Brad. Remember how I was ready for Brad to jump off the hospital?
Yes, I
I was
I remember
I
that.
was
I remember
ready.
that. Every time that he was on, that's when you were actually still living in the same house with
Yeah.
me. And you were always saying, Fred, just go to the roof and jump.
Just be done with it, Brad. You're tortured. Just be done. Just be done. Like tortured Brad was not fun for me, but not tortured Brad. Brad friend with Britt, sassy Brad, super fun,
Sassy Brad is fun.
super fun. Super fun, super
Mm.
fun, super fun, super fun. Yeah, okay, all right, all right. So the chat really seems to want to talk about how the cast is bloated. Cast is bloated. There's a lot of cast members of General Hospital, okay? And they keep
Yeah.
adding to it.
But
That's true.
well, that's true. That's true. I agree with you. I agree with y'all. I think it is a little bit bloated. It's a little heavy. However, we don't know who may by the end of summer not be on anymore.
There could be some sort of big, you know, Metrocourt pool collapse.
Man, wouldn't that be
You
crazy?
know, like Cyrus has got to come back to town, right? Maybe he's gonna take some people away with him on the 15,000th episode, huh?
Maybe.
And you know, I don't know. It's tough too because like when you come to, you can make a list of characters, right, and start putting lines through ones that you think, we don't need them anymore. We don't need them anymore. We don't need them anymore. But you take that list, right, and you compare it to, like if Jacarius took his list and he gave it to Lissa, and then Lissa took her list and gave it to T. Cherie, and then T. Cherie gave her list to me, and I gave my list to you. None of them would be the same.
Sure. Yeah.
None of them would be the same. Because me,
Yeah.
I
I
feel like
mean,
Marshall
I'm sure
has a
there would
huge
be like
place in this
there
show.
would be some crossover,
Some,
but there would be not. They certainly wouldn't look the same.
yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't be the same. Like, I think Marshall has a huge place in General Hospital. I think that there's a lot of room for him to grow. I think there's a lot of story to tell, a lot of really interesting things that could happen there. I don't want to cross Marshall off just because, you know, he might not be bringing it right now. You know?
No, I want to see Happy Ashfords. Actually, I want to see Happy Ashfords with some R&B and jazz music going on. I want him to play his clarinet. I want all of that. I do.
Okay. I do. I do.
I don't,
Lissa,
and I want to see Epiphany and Marshall together.
yeah, that would be really nice, wouldn't it?
I do.
Lissa nailed it on the head though in the chat here. She said that we all agree that we love Violet, so I guess Violet would be safe on everybody's list.
Maybe, yeah, Violet, and perhaps I don't hear a whole lot of bashing of Jeannie Francis ever.
Oh no, everybody loves Laura, and when she's not on, everybody wants her back. Fido Xavier says, on One Life to Live, we used to have a list of characters who would board the Value Jet and end up crashing into the Amazon. So maybe we can do that on General Hospital. That's how you got rid of Drew. You just put him on a plane and said the plane crashed.
Yeah, but he ain't gone now. But that, yeah. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. There might be some big thing going to happen, you know?
Somebody can blow up the floating rib again. You don't know. You just don't know. I don't know. I mean, Fido might have an idea.
Other new character, Matt, and Dex. What happened to that?
I don't know. He joined the mafia and disappeared. It's okay. He'll come back.
Yeah.
Gotta let these people breathe a little bit.
I thought the dude falling in the pool wasn't going to be a new character. I thought it was going to be Dex or something.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with. So I guess when it comes down to it, you have somebody that you enjoy working with, like this actor who's playing this Cody guy. Clearly, Frank Valentini knows him, likes him, and believes that he can bring something good to the show. So I'm all for it. I'm gonna support that. You know.
Me too.
So cool, so awesome, and I'm happy that people are getting work, and I'm happy that fresh things and fresh ideas and fresh unconnected characters from new families, coming onto the show. But then you gotta weigh it. Is it better to have this person be some new dude as Cody, or should he have been Lucky Spencer? Like, maybe that's a bad example. Maybe that's not a good character to be using. But, like, where do you find this balance between trying to create something new on the soap, but also giving the fans something that they really want to see?
Yeah, so you don't know what should you do, make him a new character or make him the newest undead.
Yeah, and then you make him Lucky, and then you got like 50% of the audience going, Jonathan Jackson, Greg Vaughn, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other half will be like, yeah, this guy's great, but why is he playing Lucky? Shouldn't he be playing some new dude named Cody? Like, how do you get it right? I don't think you can.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, isn't it always been true? You get yourself a large group of people, you ain't gonna please everybody.
No. The best you can do is please most people, or at least please them enough so they continue to watch. Sprinkle in Vanna. Every 2 weeks, just put a little Vanna and Valentine and Anna scene in there, so all of the Anna stands can continue to watch. Lucky has a lot to answer.
I did enjoy the pool stuff though, and I thought Britt was very funny.
I thought so too. Britt was so drunk.
Yeah, she was.
Last week, Fido Xavier came to this chat and he said there were some fun things happening at the society event. He was right.
Britt was drunk as can be with those little blue drinks, huh?
She sure was. She just kept on taking them. Just taking them. Yeah. Did Nika make those? Imported them from the Savoy.
Yeah, they could have borrowed Nika, huh? No, she wasn't there.
Kelly Thibault. I still can't pronounce the last name. Kelly the Body. I don't know. From high school is what they called her, according to Johnny Wachter. She shared on Twitter that when Brad spilled his drink on her, that he missed her arm. Like, he was just supposed to get her arm and get her a little bit wet, but then he totally got it between her legs on accident and just made a total mess of her costume when she was really uncomfortable. I don't know if that's true or not. Tebow says Fido Xavier, so I'm just gonna say Kelly Tebow.
Perfect.
Yeah. The tug of war with the waitress is an ad lib, according to Fido. How interesting. See, a lot of the fun behind the scenes look here.
I love that stuff.
It's true. Let's see here. People are saying that they'd love to see Lucky back because he's got a lot to answer for. He's abandoned his kids like Frisco Jones abandoned his kids.
He and Jason on the deadbeat daddy train.
Well, Jason's actually dead, so there's that. But also at the same time, he was
on the deadbeat daddy train before he died, though.
He sure was. But also at the same time, we have no idea how often Lucky calls his kid. I've got no idea. He could. It's Aiden is his kid, right? He can call Aiden every weekend for all I know. Aiden's not there to tell us.
No, but that's not what is being led to for us to believe now. Not really. I would be. Oh man, I would like Lucky to come back. I really would prefer to be Jonathan or Greg. I really would. I thought both of them did a good job being Lucky. I enjoyed Lucky with both Greg Vaughn and Jonathan Jackson. Now I'm sorry, Jacob Young. I love you as Adam. I love you as AJ.
JR Chandler, all my children.
Love you as JR. Not my favorite Lucky.
Hey, he's on another show right now anyway. He's on like the Bold
Not
One
my
of the
favorite
Days or
Lucky.
something, right?
But, man, I take Jonathan Jackson back for just 2 weeks.
I need Jonathan Jackson to play some music with Marshall and Fido. How about that?
Yeah. And if he could go to Spoon Island and slap the crap out of his brother and get some sense in him, that'd be a benefit too. Goodness gracious. Oh, Nicholas, really? Come on.
All right. You want to go there? You want to go there now? We can go there now, Ma.
Might as well.
If you're ready, we can go there. We can talk about the icky scene.
Ooh. Like I put on Twitter. They look like two Pac-Mans trying to win.
Just oh my god, so that was awesome. That was that kiss between Esme and Nicholas was everything it needed to be, you guys. It really was. It was so disgusting and was supposed to be that gross.
It was supposed to be nasty.
It was supposed to be so awful and wrong, and I just couldn't get enough of it. Even their little descriptive clothing removal and all of that they got into was friggin' perfect for this soapy nonsense.
It was. Now, the lovely scenes of kissing we see between Chase and Brooklyn, they're all nasty. They're not trying to eat each other's faces. Or they don't look like their dogs lapping water either.
No, it's just sweet.
But Nicholas and Esme, it was so disgustingly fun. It was supposed to be disgusting, and I loved watching it. And with her out on the parapet in her skivvies too. Oh shoot, that was good. Ava's gonna. I don't know what Ava's gonna do later.
I think she might cook and eat Esme like Hannibal Lecter. Like, right? Honestly.
She might, yeah. She might like put her in the oven like Hansel and Gretel style and freaking eat her.
Chandra wishes she was on the parapet so she could have shoved Esme off.
Right?
I was kind of hoping that Ava was gonna go out there and do that, but hey, we gotta get there.
I know. I thought so too, because it seemed like there for a second it looked like Ava was kind of like trying. She was kind of deciding, I've interrupted something and I don't want to know what it is, but I've interrupted something.
Were you in here by yourself, Nicholas? Like alone?
Right. Right. And I think their love scene together was so disgusting. And another thing I found disgusting as well, because it's just not her style, is Ava's groveling.
Yeah, that's all Laura's fault.
Ava. Oh, Ava's gonna have such vengeance when all of this comes to clean. Oh, the vengeance we're gonna see. She is gonna go deep into the Jerome.
She's going to use all of Nicholas's money to just, I don't know, she's going to create like a funeral pyre of cash and put Nicholas on it and just burn it. I don't know exactly how this is going to work out, but it's oh boy.
Let's see, what is that? What is that movie?
Single roommate?
With the movie where, never mind.
Fatal Attraction. I don't know.
Oh, I was talking about the movie with where the chick lights all his stuff on fire and walks away, like puts his stuff on the lawn.
I don't know. Chandra says single white female.
Friends that are so angry at their men and stuff.
Single
and she
white
cuts
female?
off her hair.
Single white female.
No.
I don't know, mother.
No, with Bassett is her last name, I believe?
Angela Bassett?
Yeah, and she cuts off her hair in the movie and lights her old man's crap
Waiting
on
to
fire.
Exhale?
Yes!
That's what okay, Chandra, thank you so much for helping my mom get to that.
Sorry.
Lissa, waiting to exhale. It's all coming in now. Waiting to exhale.
Yeah!
Okay, all right.
Where she lights his crap on fire.
So
and she
Ava
blows
is
her box
waiting
in
to
front of it.
exhale.
Yeah, that's what Ava needs to do on the parapet with all of Nicholas's stuff.
Just start.
People will think, what's going on over there? It's like a fireworks show over on Spoon Island.
Gondor's in trouble. Somebody has lit the
No.
signal.
It's just Nicholas's crap on fire.
All right, folks. All right.
And then Uncle Victor is going, yes, my dear. Go ahead and strike the match.
Go ahead. Show Nicholas exactly how he's gone wrong.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Oh, goodness gracious. Chandra wants Ava and Spencer to team up again, and it really seems like we might be heading in this direction. You know, they've been having some productive conversations recently.
Yeah.
I mean,
they might team up.
All Spencer needs to do is just rope Ava in on his let's get Esme plan. I don't know why he's got to keep it such a secret.
I know. Well, I think, I don't know how much longer they can stretch all this out, but I think we're going to see something the next couple of weeks happen there. You know, and that little Esme, she tried to go right back for the kill as soon as they were out of the room.
Yeah,
she
said
to Nick, I couldn't wait for her to leave. She was ready to go like pounce on him right then again.
I've moved on. I'm in love with you now, Nicholas.
Oh my God.
We're going to keep doing this under your son's nose.
Yeah.
I hope she doesn't wind up pregnant, Mama. I really do. We can just skip that part of the story, right?
She might wind up pregnant, not know which Cassadine babe, who's the
Well, right now it would be very obvious which Cassadine baby it would be.
Exactly.
Because she ain't with Nicholas right now. Or with Spencer.
No, but next week I think Spencer and her are going to hit the sheets.
Ew.
I do.
Ew. Whatever.
Because he needs to be somewhat convincing to get her to trip up.
It's their weird life that they are living. It is not for me to comment on.
So I think that if they're going to go the pregnancy route at all, they're going to have Spencer and her be together next week.
Let's just not do that. I just want to not do that. Is that wrong for me to say?
So you don't want this? You don't want there to be a pregnancy?
No, let's just have some other drama. You know, let's do an STD. How did Nicholas get gonorrhea? You know, let's do that. Huh?
Well, if gonorrhea was real prevalent right now in our society and everybody was talking about it, they might go there.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you so much. She said I had the right to comment, and as a soap opera reviewer and television show critic, I do have the right to review, don't I? I have the right to comment. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Well, of course you do. Wasn't that disgustingly fun though? Oh my gosh. And I just, the Wrath of Ava someday is going to be on the edge of your seat television viewing.
Guys, folks, fans, General Hospital viewers calling for the downfall of Esme. How come she has gotten away with this? How come she hasn't been thrown in prison? How come? And it's because if they threw her in prison 3 months ago, we wouldn't get Ava destroying her.
Yeah. And maybe this Maggie person will show up in town as well.
Maybe.
I
can only hope so.
Try to protect her little Esme, or as I now call her, Espuke.
There's Espuke, there's Escargot, there's all kinds of different names for one little Miss Esme. Oh, goodness. Ava and Spencer smash in front of
does not, my disdain for her character does not transcend over to Miss Avery.
No.
Who is a wonderful actress.
Well, Avery Pohl has actually avoided a lot of the hate bleed over that a lot of other people experience. In my experience, I haven't seen people go into a big Twitter war against Avery Pohl over what Esme is doing. The people who are getting in trouble over that are the producers, writers, and all of that of General Hospital, and not Avery. Which is good to see, because not everybody is so lucky. Kelly Tebow put on Twitter, "I'm not responsible for my character's actions." Basically just having fun at the fact that she was going to have a super drunk scene. It meant nothing other than my character is going to get wasted. And people jumped down her throat saying, "You're not immune to the criticism that other people get. You don't get you don't get to walk away." And I'm just like, holy crap, people, let people live, man.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, that's why some of our actors wind up leaving social media and are as activists. They might actually would find fun, but since it is not a positive experience, far too often not a positive experience, they kind of like get, step away from it.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of things happen once you get into social media. You either walk away from it and go, "This wasn't as fun as I wanted it to be." You just delete everything that you've ever done and just pretend like you've never been there. Or you just turn it around and become a little bit of a troll against these people. Something that what's his name, Marcus Coloma is doing right now. Like, he tweets out, "So what'd you think about that kiss? What's new? What's going on today, you guys?" Just inviting people to just be crappy. Just inviting them to be crappy, because at a certain point it has to become funny.
Yeah.
And not insulting.
Right. That's smart, actually.
So, I'm into it. I'm fine with it. And even then, Marcus Coloma, I mean, when it comes down to it, whether or not you want to see him as a true Nicholas or not, with the story that they're giving this guy, with the life that they're having Nicholas lead, Marcus Coloma is nailing it every time.
Yeah.
He's so quiet and wrong and mean, but good and nice and evil and manipulative, but understanding. And it's just, I really think he does well.
And you could see this week that, he's trying to cover his tracks real hard. He's feeling like, "Ooh, did I ever mess up?"
That was the wrong choice in the wrong moment. But Esme really pushed it.
Yeah, she did.
Yep.
Yeah, she did.
Well, Lori wants to know if we can get Marcus on our show. I don't know. Maybe. Ken was on. Tweet him. That's all I can say. Tweet him. Say be on the 10th floor. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that would be great.
You know who else is a fun troll on Twitter as well is Perry Shin, but we already talked about how fun that guy is.
Yeah, he is fun.
I can't forget the time where somebody was commenting on his status on Facebook, and they didn't realize that it was Perry Shin, the actor, and just saying, "I hate Brad. He's wrong. He never makes the right choice." And then Perry replies, going, "Yeah, I hate him too." It just makes me laugh. Oh, goodness gracious! And then Michelle Stafford even went on Twitter this week as well, saying, "I am not Phyllis."
Yeah.
Let me introduce myself to you. My name is Michelle Stafford. And some people had fun with that, saying, "No, you're Nina."
You're Nina.
You're Nina.
Well, she is my favorite scene of Nina, actually, because that'll always be my favorite scene.
Man,
always. When she grabbed that Cassandra's hair and slammed her to the table.
Here's the thing, though, okay? Willow needs to keep her hands to herself. Otherwise, she's going to get her head slammed to a table. And also, here's another thing. Carly is about 4 weeks away from getting a knuckle sandwich from Nina. Once Nina finds out that Carly has kept the identity of both of her daughters away from her, there's no way this isn't going to go to fists, right?
Yeah, and it was kind of played in the same sort of way, where she was on the fence of telling her, just like Nina was on the fence of telling her, and then that phone call, and Carly was hateful to her and jumped on her down her throat right away on the phone, and Nina took that bit of information and folded it up, put it right back in the back here, and said, "Screw you, lady. You're gonna get what you get now."
Carly just did the same thing.
Carly has done the same thing this week.
Now, the perspective that I agree with is that even if Carly never tells Nina, she should at least tell Willow.
Oh, heck yeah, she should.
So Willow can do with that information what she pleases. If she chooses to ignore it, that's her choice. If she chooses to pursue it, that's her choice. But that
And-
also doesn't automatically mean that Nina gets in Wiley's life.
Right. And actually, when it comes to smart time to tell her, because Willow's opinion of Nina is so very low right now. Now is the opportune time to tell her the truth. Because she'd be more likely to say, well, that doesn't make any difference. She's still out of here.
But I guess with that arm grab that Willow gave to Nina, that question that I asked her at the convention about the Snow White versus Evil Queen thing was mighty appropriate.
It was spot on. I said, oh, look there. There's the Evil Queen.
There she is. There she is.
Kate, I loved your scenes. They were so good. You were very convincing. I didn't see Snow White at all, but I saw the Evil Queen.
Caitlin McMullen, if you're interested in coming on. Hey, Fido Xavier, you're still in the chat. Tell all your friends they can come to the 10th floor. Just go ahead. Just you could just do all this promotion for us. Get them all here.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I thought it was so good, man. She grabbed her arm good, huh?
She sure
Swung
did.
her around.
She sure
Swung her around.
You let me go, little girl.
Yeah. Oh.
That was last week, but
It was good. But it continued this week.
it did continue into this
Right,
week.
the second half of the conversation.
Yeah.
This week.
Yeah,
I
just
thought it was
eyes.
very interesting too. And I don't know, maybe they're testing them for something else, perhaps. The young man, and I forget his name, y'all. The young man that came in and played Michael,
Oh, the new guy.
the new guy. Okay. That's Noah Newman from Young and the Restless.
Yeah. Like big time Young and the Restless actor.
Yes, a big character.
So
Big character.
yeah, so it's super awkward. He was recently on Y&R as well, right? Like it's not like 10 years ago he was.
Well, no, he was recently on, but I think I don't watch Y&R currently. I have in the past, but currently I'm not viewing it. And I believe Noah, the character he plays, has just recently left canvas. He's not dead, but he's, Noah's been known to move in and out of General Assembly.
Yeah.
So right now, I believe, but I just found it very interesting that such a recognizable person, someone like me that doesn't watch it all the time, but does know some of it, what's going on over there on Y&R, but don't watch it. And I haven't been watching it regularly for a while, actually, but I recognize him right away because he's been playing him for off and on for a long time. And he's quite good at it, as we could all see, playing Michael in just those couple of scenes. He seemed just fluid as can be, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, if you coming in and off of soap sets, you should be able to slide right in, right?
So, man, I know people are just saying that the cast is a little bloated, a little fat, right? But I'm all for him coming on.
Well, it's interesting because you do get these temporary casts that people really like Brianna Lane as Brooklyn. Super wonderful. I would love to see her back. I think she was great. And then Lindsay Hartley coming in to play Sam. People really took to that, loved the energy that Lindsay Hartley has and wants to see that on General Hospital as well. And now we got this dude.
Yeah.
And
we loved I know you're going to remember her name. The young lady that played the bad nurse.
Oh, the felon, Kimberly J. Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God, to put Kimberly J. Brown and Kirsten Storms together again would be super fantastic for us mid-30s people that used to watch the Disney Channel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Fido says that Brianna and Lindsay were great, and I wasn't there to watch the filming. Now I'm talking as me. I wasn't there to watch the filming, but I gotta believe it's the truth. I really enjoyed Brianna Lane's Brooklyn. I really, 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 really did. Now, and that's not to say I don't love Amanda Seton, because she's amazing as well.
I love Amanda Sutton.
Yeah.
I really, really do.
Yeah. She's so good. Oh man, everybody's good. See, that's why it's hard for me to cross characters off of the list of General Hospital. Is because they all bring something.
Sure. They all do. They either bring something to make you love them more, or bring something to make you not love them more.
But even when I don't love them, I still love them.
Well, sure. You. Yeah, me too. Even though I don't like the character, or I think they're dastardly, like that damn Esme.
That damn Esme.
But I totally see the value of what she's bringing to the screen. I'm supposed to dislike her. I'm supposed to call her as puke. All of those scenes were supposed to be nasty. You guys hit it on the head. You were successful at all those.
Fido feels lucky he didn't have to shoot that. So positively Drew feels as though Michael might be putting ELQ in danger somewhat with his growing war against Sunny.
Yes. Sure.
Mm-hmm. And Michael says Michael knew Michael, attempt Michael, Young and the Restless Michael, Newman Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noah Newman Michael was like, oh, I'm not going to do that.
Uh-huh.
And then they put that in their little pockets and they moved on with their lives as if he's not going to do that. Come on, people. Michael's a liar now.
Michael's going to make the same mistakes his Uncle Ned does.
He's going to put revenge in front of business and family.
Yeah, he's going to put, business ahead of family, revenge ahead of business. And then he's going to come up with some harebrained shenanigan kind of, Grandpa Edward kind of mess.
he's leaning into full Quartermain.
He is.
He's leaning it. I mean, he's not a blood Corinthos anyway, all right? All of that is nurture, not nature. His nature is Quartermain.
Yes, his nature is Quartermain.
So, he's leaning into that.
And he's way more like Ned and Edward than he is like Jason or AJ.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, now he's using it. It's my power to use as I please now, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's gonna be coming after Corinthos Coffee. That's my feeling. If you're gonna take your legitimate ELQ, you're gonna go after his legitimate coffee. He's gonna try to what is it? A corporate takeover? I don't know what it's called. Something that Jasper Jacks used to do. Where you just come in and just there we go, hostile takeover.
Yeah. Did you catch this week, Matt? Did you catch that? Did you catch that? One of the baby got sore. Is going to be a year old.
The baby, Bailey.
Yeah.
Come on, it's been a year though, hasn't it?
Well, no, it isn't. She got the sores. I told you she contracted sores.
It hasn't been a year.
I don't think so. But Bailey's about to be a year old.
I don't know. I mean, they got
a birthday party for her.
Well, I'm okay. Throw a birthday party. I'm ready. I love Bailey. It's more Bailey. Oh, Baby was no, not Bailey. That baby was amazing.
Now they did refer to Bailey's first birthday party, so they let her get the sores.
That's too bad because that baby was great.
So the baby, we're gonna have a birthday party pretty soon. The baby's gonna go from baby in the bassinet to learn how to walk baby.
And baby over the shoulder baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Wiley actually had a scene this week, Ma.
I know. I saw that.
Wiley had a dialogue scene that wasn't, I like cookies.
I know. Well, yeah, because he's supposed to be like 4 or 5 now.
Like he had a full-on conversation with a little actor. They gave him lines and he recited them. How do you do that? How do you do that to a 4-year-old? How do you get them to... I mean, I couldn't call and repeat my nieces and nephews.
Well, if you had... This little kid probably got a little bit of the performing thing is already in him. Okay. Matthew, when you were 4 years old, you were a performer already, whether you knew it or not.
Oh,
you were.
Good to know.
So I think that and the whole atmosphere of the set, they don't understand what's happening, and if you make it fun, engaging, and a little bit like a game, I think if it's a right 4-year-old, you're going to be able to get them to recite. I mean, look at how long JoJo's been playing Violet.
Goodness gracious, though. Like, I just feel like she was born already on camera,
Yeah.
Hi.
I mean, that
I'm Jophia Love. Hi.
I think it depends on the child. I think just some of them are just born with it inside of them, like you were. You just didn't get famous, Matt.
No, that's okay. It's not like you didn't try, because you did. Let's see. Judy says that Bailey was born in May 2021. So it's a little late.
Oh my god! See, time goes by, doesn't it?
It really does, especially when Peter
Yes.
August is on the screen. He's able to draw you in such a way where you don't realize how much time has passed.
I think you're right.
Fido says that Wiley, the kid who plays Wiley, is better with his dialogue than Ken is. I didn't want to call Ken Schreiner out on that in the interview that we just did with him. If you haven't had a chance to see it, go back and watch it. It's live on YouTube. I didn't have the courage to be like, so Fido says you don't know your lines, Ken. You're talking about running lines, but Fido says you don't even learn them. What are you talking about? But I didn't want to offend the guy.
But he did kind of admit that, he just wings it sometimes.
He just goes, but he said that his strategy is to, he'll run the lines, but he's not going to perform the lines a bunch.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You don't want to do it again and again and again and again, and so it's not authentic anymore. Whatever works for you, actors go all about different ways of acting. I guess.
Yeah.
It makes it more spontaneous, says Fido. And I would agree. I would think that if you rehearsed in your dressing room a bunch of times and then put that stuff on set, it would feel robotic and less real because you practiced it in a room and now you're on set. Yeah. You don't get that tech rehearsal. You don't get that weekend hell. You don't get that, because you did concerts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Saturday tech rehearsals before the Christmas concert.
Yeah, dress rehearsal and all that
All
stuff.
That. You don't get that on the soap.
Yeah.
And you need all that kind of stuff to put it all together.
Well, sure. And, and I did hear like the little anecdotes and little laughy things, that being rehearsed. And then when you're on stage, you anticipate it coming and you have to kind of fake laugh it.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to, it's not.
But when Scotty Baldwin just explodes in your face, then you're going to get an actual reaction.
Sure.
Oh my gosh, Ma, we've already covered all of the notes that I wrote about this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Everything?
I mean, I might have missed some stuff. I didn't write any notes about Joss and Cam. I guess it's a little challenging for them at the moment.
Well, yeah, because Cameron really, really wants to tell Jocelyn the truth about, he and Spencer being on the same team.
He does. He really wants to tell.
And he really wants to. And he pretty much told Spencer, too, no, you better take care of this today or I'm going to.
And then they had Maurice's kid show up again to apologize to Joss and then walk away on the docks.
Yeah, I saw that. I wonder what they're going to do.
I don't know. Is he a little emerging character or did they just want to throw him on there?
Yeah. What are they going to do with Joshua Bernard?
I guess whenever they want.
You know what I know? In preparation for Ken being on today, I watched a lot of old stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
And of course, I caught quite a few different actors in these, in these scenes that I rewatched a lot of stuff and try to get more familiar with because, I've been watching this show forever. I don't remember everything. You guys, I didn't even remember that. I didn't remember that Scotty had a kid named Logan until I rewatched some of it.
Ken didn't even remember the names of all the kids Scotty has.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah.
We didn't talk about Taggart.
I like Taggart. I thought Taggart pulled off intimidating Dad so well. He just grilled him with his eyes mostly, huh?
He does.
He grilled him with his eyes mostly. It was good.
It was perfect.
He was giving him that.
And I've talked about the teens versus adults versus teens, and we've talked about that on the podcast, But when it comes down to it, it doesn't matter how old your daughter is. You're always going to give the boyfriend that stare, whether she's in high school, out of high school, finished college, 30 years into her art career. Dad is always going to lift his eyebrow at the new man every time.
Sure. And let's say your mother was single. Let's say I'm single. Okay. Your dad's been out of the picture for a while. I don't have no dad to give no one the eye. Okay. My dad's passed away. So he ain't going to give no eye. But I bet my grown ass boys would.
Especially if you like just suddenly started dating somebody new, and my dad is standing in the house going, "What's going on? What's happening?" Then yeah, ma,
Oh,
we'd give
I
everybody
think
the
there
eyeballs.
would be a row, actually. I think it was you and your brother and my brother and even Stevie, my grandson, 8 years old.
What's going on here? Anyway, so it's good stuff. The Dad Grill, yeah, it's good. It's good, and it's fun to see the Robinson Taggart family together. Behaving like family, behaving like we are your actual parents, and not just dealing
Yes.
with I pretended to be dead and now I'm in prison. It's good stuff.
And Rael looking so good, too.
Seriously, and I love seeing him on there. He's just such a. I could just. You know how Drew was like, "Hey, everybody, I'm Drew."
Mhm,
You get that. You get that.
mhm.
And then you get Taggart as well, who is also like Rael Andrews. One of like I've never even spoken to this man in real life or in conversation or anything, but just the power of positivity that just falls off of this person
Mhm.
just bleeds through this screen as well. Even when he's grilling Rory, that I am so drawn into it every single time we have him on screen.
Mhm.
It's good stuff. I want more Taggart.
And Rory and Trina had themselves an unofficial date,
They
evidently.
did. I'm
They
a
had
by the book man. There's
and
nothing
they
wrong with us hanging.
dinner. They had dinner. They had a pool time, and they had themselves a little non-alcoholic beverage at the pool, and then they had dinner, and then they had
Dessert.
ice cream, and
And then they had the
they had
awkward standing on the porch. I should kiss you, but I'm not going to.
yep.
And then they get caught, and the parents bring them in. It's Roseanne, is what it was. It was Roseanne.
I loved it. Loved it. And I hope that we get to see more Taggart.
I hope so too. And even if they can only sprinkle him in here and there, I'm still for it. Don't stop sprinkling him.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Don't stop. But hey, people are enjoying Trina and Rory. The chat has been pretty positive over it. Nobody's really been like, "Rah, I hate them." So that's good. That's good.
Well, I tell you what, Spencer, if he don't figure it out pretty soon, well, his trainer will be spoken for by somebody else.
Yeah, that ship is going
And
to
I
be
sure hope
sailing.
that they don't have. I sure hope they don't have Trina break Rory's heart. I don't want to see that, really.
No, and even then, I don't. Spencer hasn't treated Trina right enough to leave somebody else for him. You know,
Exactly.
like
Exactly.
it would be so sad.
It's,
Would
it's
not be the choice that I think that would be logical for Trina, based on the Trina that has been depicted so far. But hey, people can be inconsistent, right?
yeah. And I'm starting to think, I thought it was stinky old Esme again. Stinky old Esme. She drinking scotch like a champ again this week.
Yeah, because she's really 30.
I don't think she's 30, but I certainly don't think she's 18.
Yeah, I don't know. Of the youngins, I think Esme is supposed to be the oldest, but I don't think she's 21
I
yet.
think she's even supposed to be older than what she's depicted. So I think that we're going to find out that she's about 25.
I don't know. I really don't know. I hope so, though. I need something like that. That'd be so good. It'd be so good. Chandra agrees, 25. Rory's a good boy. He's Chase 2.0 since Detective Dead Sexy is going more gray area. Are we talking about Dante? Is Dante Detective Dead Sexy who's gray? Because, I mean, I'm a little gray. Does that make me less sexy? Because there's people out there that say it makes me more.
Well,
Hey, I can't speak for these people.
being gray right now is kind of popular, actually. It's not popular with me, but it's popular with lots of people.
He is. Chandra says that Detective Dead Sexy is Chase. So I don't know. There's they don't agree in the chat. I don't know what's going on.
Well, Chase and Brooklyn had some cute little
They
scenes this week.
did. They continue to get interrupted by parachuters and stuff.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Always getting interrupted by the parachute.
But that's all right. The time it doesn't get interrupted, it's going to be fireworks.
Oh, you know what I was going to mention to Ken today that I forgot about?
Oh, what is it?
Remember when he killed that dude that just recently with him and Liesel?
With the little knife.
And the little knife, he killed him like you did.
Yeah.
And didn't have no remorse or nothing. Like, yeah, you did now.
Yeah. We asked him about it at the convention, and he goes, "Well, he came after me. What was I supposed to do? Stand there?" Oh my gosh! But he was really hyping the 15,000th episode of General Hospital, which is coming quick.
Yeah, when is that on? I wonder.
June 17th or something, or 14th or 17th. I don't know. They kept on saying the date in the other chat, but I don't have access to that right now.
It's not very far away, really.
No. It's like next week, the week after, I guess. Well, like if it's the 14th or 17th, then it is definitely next week. If it's the 17th, that would be a Friday, and that would make the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
June 17th seems to be coming in there on the chat. So yeah, June 17th, 15,000th episode. 15,000th episode seems to be centering around the character of Laura. And Scotty gets to do some crazy fun stuff. And Cyrus, I hope, is in it. I don't know, he was in the picture. Fido. I know you don't want to give away spoilers, but can you tell me if Cyrus Renault was in this episode? Because I just love him so much.
And of course, the only thing that gives us that indication is the photo of the cast. The photo of the cast, Jeff Cover's right there in it.
Yeah.
So he's come back to studio for something. Maybe he came back to this for the little cast party because he likes them all. Maybe he just came for the cake. Who knows? Or maybe he came and shot a few scenes. I would love that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. I don't know. That's my face when I think about having Jeff Coper back on the show. It's just like Crocker and the Fairly Odd Parents. And Fairly Odd Parents, I need it. He came for the photo. Oh no! I'm so disappointed. I hope you're lying. Be a liar. Be a liar, Fido. Please lie to me. T-Sheree asked the show, how would Taggart feel about Spencer? The answer is no. That's how Taggart would feel.
Taggart would not feel very good about Spencer, I don't think.
No, he would not be a fan of Spencer. Spencer would have to come in and like save Trina's life 8 times. And then maybe Taggart would go, all right, maybe you're all right, maybe.
Yeah.
Give you a little more, give you another opportunity to prove it.
Spencer might have to save Trina from some outrage. Maybe he would have to save her from
Josh Bernard.
Maybe he would have to save her from crazy Ryan himself or something. Maybe Ryan will get out of jail and come after Trina because he's coming after Esme, and then Spencer maybe Taggart might think he's all right.
Maybe.
We'd have to be I think it would have to be very heroic.
It would be. I don't know. There's a lot of catacombs to get lost in. A lot of pockets of gas that Helena has left behind. Who knows who she has resurrected and has left down there. For all we know, Dr. David Hayward is under Spoon Island doing doctory things and just waiting for his chance to go to General Hospital. Just be like, well, maybe if I resurrect Alan, maybe if I I don't know. Maybe I'll resurrect Luke Spencer, and then people will want me here. Like let's do it.
Well, yeah, he could prove somehow that if he could prove that Uncle Victor had something to do with Luke, or prove that Luke is indeed not dead. There's still lots of stuff that are unanswered in General Hospital. Like right back to the crying lady that was in Crete.
Oh, yeah. Holly.
The crying woman?
Yeah, I do remember. It could have been Holly. It could have been Hayden. It could have been any number of H-named women. Any number of them.
It could have been.
Fido would love to have Vincent Irizarry on General Hospital. And you know what, Fido? I think 100% of soap fans agree with you. We would love to see David Hayward on General Hospital as well.
Yeah, and I really even though if Vincent arrived in Port Charles as somebody else, that'd be fine because I love him as an actor.
Yeah, it'd be cool. This is the tie-in.
David Hayward would be even better.
It would be great to have David Hayward. Here's the real tie-in to All My Children, though. And then you don't have to worry about history. You don't have to worry about another actor. You don't have to worry about what another writer has done. All right, I've talked about it on the podcast before. Okay. You bring in Miranda Montgomery and Adam Chandler III. Just those two adult characters with all of their money, with all of their last names, and with a little bit of the history tied into GH. But these babies were babies when All My Children was over. They have no story to quote unquote ruin or rewrite or anything like that. It is fresh, new, but old characters.
Sure.
Let's make it happen, General Hospital. Let's make it happen.
Delicious.
Miranda Montgomery, daughter of Bianca. Bianca, who's the daughter of Erica, so, you know, soap royalty there. You get Adam Chandler the third, little A, as they said, which is Adam Chandler's grandson, Adam Chandler Jr.'s son. Yeah,
Babe is his mama, right?
Yeah, and then you got Chandler Enterprises and Enchantment to come and deal with ELQ or Deception, you know? Come on.
But at the same time, though, if ABC gets off the can and actually does Pine Valley, the nighttime Pine Valley,
then it would even be more appropriate.
Well,
unless they want to use those characters on that show, I don't know where they're at with that.
I'm all for it. But what I would really like to happen, and I think has a more probability, is I want that stream-only Port Charles stuff going on.
That would be cool too. That would be cool. People talking about Sky Chandler in the chat saying that she's the true Link. So yeah, there you go. Sky can reach out to these characters, bring them in. You know, especially since she has those ELQ shares. They're talking about how she has ELQ shares. She didn't sell hers to Valentine, I don't believe. So Sky still has hers. All right. Which means that, you know, if you know, this whole takeover thing doesn't work and they start pointing ELQ toward Corinthos Coffee, you can easily bring in other investors. Adam Chandler III, Miranda Montgomery, Come on, guys. Come on.
I think soap fans would love.
We'd love it. We'd love it. We would love it. We would absolutely love it. But hey, you know, do what you want. I don't write the show. I can just tell you what I like to see. Maybe Erica Kane can come and take Sunny from Nina. I don't know. Does Erica even have the energy for that anymore? She's still chasing Jackson.
You know what I did notice where I thought about his son being back on this, you know, being on this week.
Oh, we're talking about Josh Bernardi.
Yeah. And of course I watched so many old stuff. You know, he actually looks more like his dad than I recalled, because I saw so much younger Maurice Bernard stuff this week looking at YouTube, you know, and he, especially right here, really looks like his dad. And, you know, his eyes kind of look like his dad, where, you know, you always see the whites of his eyes under his pupils. His boy Joshua has that too. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, you start chatting like this, though, so you can start being like, hey, yeah, sorry, Jocelyn, for everything I did. Sorry for the things that I said, you know?
yeah, that's what I mean. I noticed that he didn't shave. He had fuzz on his cheeks.
Who did?
Like, Josh Bernard.
Okay.
I didn't know. You know, I don't know. He's a young and hip college student. I don't know. He looks all of 17. Like, is he a high schooler? I don't whatever. All I know is that in real life, he's a musician who plays the guitar. He's very good, and Maurice is very proud. That's all I know. That's all. I think he might have even been State of Mind, which must have been an interesting episode to have, like, a father and son chat about deep internal thoughts.
Yeah, a big chat about real life.
Yeah.
Wow.
Must have been wild. Must have been wild.
I didn't watch that one. I did watch a couple of State of Minds this week. That was not one of the ones I watched. Yeah. But I did watch a couple of.
Yeah, and you told me it is a deep, serious, good show, but there's not a lot of like levity and jokey and ha ha ha, what a fun story.
No, not always. You know, there are some fun stuff, but it's a lot of it is serious, you know, serious subject matter. I watched him with JoJo, who's very, very sweet. JoJo was on.
Yeah. You love calling her that, JoJo.
I don't know how to say her whole
Isn't
name.
it Jofiel?
Yeah, but I don't think. Does anybody call her that?
I don't know. I've never met her.
I don't know either. It's just a mouthful. Not really,
Uh,
though. I guess jovial.
I guess the chat was about or excuse me, Josh and Maurice's chat on State of Mind was about Josh's experience with Maurice's bipolar and like the life that he has lived with
Well,
his
sure,
dad.
his real life. I'm sure that kiddo has experienced some things that a lot of young men don't experience with their father.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
I myself also had a bipolar father. My father has passed away, and he did not get on medication
Yeah, it
till
was
10
tough.
years before his death. And it did take some of the fire out of his pistol.
Yep, I would think
I
so.
did.
I would
It
think
was a
so.
good
I
thing.
would think so.
And my dad used to call it his mood pills.
Oh goodness, the chat started talking about all my children, and they were remembering Anna and Tad and David and Kendall and Greenlee and all of that. And Fido contributes that he first met Finola Hughes on All My Children as Alex.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting little touch there. And
Who was married
the big
David
differences
Hayward.
between All My Children Alex and General Hospital Alex are major.
Yeah, she was a good person on All My Children, wasn't she?
Yeah,
For the
she was
most
like a
part?
good doctor or something. And so so it must be, I don't know, it must have been really interesting from someone who, if I were to just assume what you're thinking, Fido, for someone who comes from like watching the original character as depicted to like the new villainous murderous one, just must be fun ride. I don't know. I need to experience some of this television production, so I stop just assuming everybody's having a great time.
That's a good assumption, though, Matt.
I mean, I hope so. If you're not having fun, you guys really pretend very good and having a good time. So,
Hey, if this don't give you a good time, I mean, what does it require? Come on.
oh goodness, Ryan was on All My Children, and he was Duke's cousin. Yes, yes, they had an opportunity to have Cameron play Ryan Lavery, and they didn't go that way. People want Aiden back as well. When Aiden showed up for that, not Jake and Aiden, little Aiden, but Aiden Devane.
Yeah, you're talking about Luke's kid.
Yeah, they want him back. But he's
Oh, so do I, you guys. I loved him. He was such a little Luke.
They're fun in Monte Carlo, right?
Oh, he was a grown man, but he was still a fun. He was such a knock off the shoulder of dad. He was so Luke-like. He was Luke with an accent. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved him. I was so sad when they had his character go away. I found it mildly entertaining.
It's super good. And then Fido is continuing to just dominate the chat here and say that he loved when Alex held Anna hostage in the basement. Fantastic stuff. We got to get Fido Xavier on this show so we can talk to him about the fun moments of General Hospital and these great things like Anna and Alex working together, and then finding out the reason why Alex kind of had that heel turn, where she purposefully gave Anna the memories of Peter because she thought that Anna would protect him, and just, oh my God, it is so good. It was so good.
And Anna just let her down so much.
Let her down. I gave you these memories so you would care for this boy, and you didn't.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. That was good meaty stuff. Almost juicy.
God.
I loved it.
So good. And for people who were wondering, why is Alex like this now? To get that answer, like I was wondering.
And Alex isn't necessarily dead because there was no body.
No.
They shot her.
Yeah.
When they went back, the body was gone.
Something. Yeah, she fell in the water. And then they asked at the convention. They asked Finola if she thought that Alex was dead, and Finola said, "I'll do whatever they write for me."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's the answer we get a lot from our soap actors, though, right?
Yeah, well, yeah,
Whatever they
absolutely.
write for me, that's what I'm going to
I
do.
was just talking to James Lott Jr. the other day, saying, if Frank Valentini called me up and offered me a writing position, I'd take it. I don't care what they want me to write. They could have you write scenes for Amy and Brad, and that is it. And I would do it.
Man, you hire me to fill up the candy machine with fake candy, I'll be there.
Oh man, to come up with fake candy brand names, that'd be fun as well. Oh goodness gracious, Mama. Ugh, we've talked for so long.
I know.
I think it's time to get off this.
Yeah, and I have to go to the store. You guys, let me tell the chat a little bit what I'm doing, okay? Because it's super fun. Tomorrow morning, I'm leaving for Vegas, y'all. I'm going to Vegas tomorrow. I'm going to Vegas, and he doesn't know it. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to go see my very first husband on Tuesday. And even though he's my very first husband, I still had to buy the upgraded ticket. No, I don't. Just because I'm his ex-wife doesn't mean I get to go see him.
Don't sit here and lie to all these people like that.
I know. All right, you guys. My very first husband is a figment of my imagination at 12 years old.
Been married to him since she was 12.
I've been married to him since I was 12. I'm going to go see Donny Osmond on Tuesday. I got a meet and greet ticket.
This sounds
I get to
like
meet
puppy
Donny Osmond this time. I've
love.
seen him 4 times. This is my 4th time to see him. I get to meet him this time. And I told Matt's dad, hey, you don't care about meeting Donny Osmond, do you? He goes, no, not really, babe. I said, I'll meet you at the table then. We didn't buy 2 upgraded tickets. We only bought 1. I'm going to go meet Donny Osmond.
Ooh.
I'm going to meet Matt's dad back at the table.
And
Yeah, oh my gosh, you guys, I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh.
Fido says that you were setting up a soap scene with the whole, I got to go see my first husband, even though he's not my husband anymore. I still had to pay for a ticket. But yeah,
Well,
everybody's
but that's
wishing
what
you a
I'm
good
doing
time.
on Tuesday. And that's what I'm doing on Tuesday. I'm going to go see Donny Osmond. And then on Wednesday, I got myself a lounge reserved, got my own little cabana area reserved at the pool. Oh, I can't wait to watch my fellow Americans and the shenanigans at the pool on Wednesday. And I'll probably go to Fremont Street on Tuesday night after the concert.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
there is serious shenanigans going on Fremont Street. And you might have to hide your eyes sometimes, but dang, it's fun.
Sounds like crazy.
So that's what
Sounds
I'm
like
doing,
super
y'all.
fun. People had Donnie and Marie Barbie dolls when they were kids, just like you. So.
I did not have the Barbie dolls because actually by the time there was Donnie and Marie Barbie dolls, I was a little bit over Donny Osmond, a tiny bit, and was an older teen. So I had my own.
It was time to be into Bo and Luke Duke. I get it.
Yeah, but yeah.
Susan lives in Vegas. She says, have a great time. And Wednesday it's going to be 105 degrees. So enjoy that.
Oh, I know. I saw the weather. It's going to be hotter. It's going to be hot the entire time. I'm in Vegas, but I expect it to be like that. I honestly, just being a tourist, I think if I went to Vegas when it was chilly or, a need for a light jacket, I'd say, what the hell is this? This ain't the Vegas I'm used to.
All right. Well, it sounds like you got a lot of preparations to do for a wonderful week.
Oh, I got some fun stuff going on. Yeah. And you know what I'll be doing next Sunday at 11 o'clock?
Not this.
Yeah.
This. What?
Next Sunday at 11 o'clock, I'll be right here on the 10th floor with y'all.
All right. That sounds like a great time.
I don't know. Maybe I'll put a picture of on Twitter or something of me in Vegas.
Sure. You can do that. I won't stop you.
I'll do that.
People love to see it.
I think I will.
All right, folks. I'm getting on the elevator. You guys can join me. Or not. I mean, Ma, if you don't want to, can you just talk to the chat? You can.
No, I want to get on the elevator too, because since I am leaving tomorrow, I need to go to the dang grocery store and not leave your grandma high and dry with nothing to eat or drink.
Well, there we go. All right, folks. We're going to get back onto the elevator. We're going to go back down to the first floor. We're going to get the heck on out of here. We're going to go into our cars. We're going to tune our radios to previous episodes of the 10th Floor Podcast, which you can find everywhere. You can find podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Alexa, and all the Apple iTunes, Google, all of the above. Subscribe to this channel. Go watch our interview that we just had with Ken. A few months ago, we talked to Arlandria Linier, who plays Nika at the Savoy, and who knows what's going to come here in the next couple of weeks right here in the 10th floor. So join us for that. I've been Matt.
And I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you right here next time on the 10th floor. Don't forget to go spend time with your families. Bye.